No.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Brad. I think I'm muted.
I hear you.
Hey, Brad.
Hi, Perry. Louise, I had a question for you. Would you mind if I publicized the trash cleanup that I'm planning this weekend?
Oh, I
At the
think
end of the
that'd
meeting?
be great. In fact, I know someone that might like to join you.
Awesome. We'll take them all. We have
Okay.
plenty of room for everybody.
Let's see if I can figure out how to do video here. 3 little dots.
In the bottom left, probably it'll pop
Right.
up a.
It says start video.
That's the button.
Oh,
There we go.
There she is.
Whenever we skip a meeting, I feel like it's like years since we've had one.
It's been about a month.
Yeah,
It's pretty much years. And
yeah, I guess so. 12th of a year.
Just another day that ends in Y these days.
I figure about a half hour tonight. What do you think?
I like it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
take the over though.
I think I hope not under an hour. I'd be happy.
Well, we got to keep it short for Weston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very important adult business.
Not that we're going to rubber stamp anything. We're going to carefully listen. So Dylan, you and Jessica are both joined after we zoomed away, and I'm kind of anxious to meet both of you. There you are.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. You've got a great place to land.
Sorry, my
I think Lowell's a great training ground for moving up and on.
my
We've
computer's
lost
moving a
lot
little
of
slow right now.
people.
Yeah.
Hi, Bill.
Hey, how are you, Louisa? Hello, everyone.
What's happening, Bill?
Hey, Bill.
Not too much. So ready for COVID to be over like everyone else.
You still working at home?
I am. I mean, obviously if there's an emergency, hazmat, oil spill, I mean, I got to go out, we'll do it. But it was really interesting. We just did a virtual incident management team exercise for a hurricane scenario that hit New England. And just testing the ability to kind of manage that incident remotely. And we actually have real experience in doing it. We did that out at with the California wildfires out in the western part of the United States, this past fall. But here in New England, which is what the Boston office of EPA covers, we don't really get a lot of big incidents like that. So it was good training.
Yeah. Well, I'm loving working at home.
Yeah, I'm saving like everyone else. I'm saving on my laundry bill, right?
Only my electric bill has gone up.
I just got told I need to be at New London, New Hampshire at 7 o'clock every morning from now until May 1st.
Not
Is
too
that
far
a job
off.
site or something?
Yeah, I'm building a liquor store.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an industry that's really gone through the roof since.
Yeah, doesn't hurt.
I can't get anything anymore. It's crazy. It's like there's nothing in stock, and 2x4s are twice the expensive they were, at the beginning of all this. So they're just using them up.
I was decided to get into woodworking like right before COVID started, and it's
Nobody.
like, oh, never mind. I'm gonna wait a year or two because
Yeah,
I can't afford wood
Poplar
anymore.
was too expensive to begin with.
I didn't realize there was a shortage of wood. Wow.
Yeah, sure.
It's everything.
It's
it's-
crazy.
I heard a story about some aluminum metal frames that go around the window, the commercial style
Yeah.
storefront windows, that there's a government program that was set up so that if they need something for a government COVID response, they can just have this one guy, he's a major, and he calls up the supplier and he says, we're taking this, we're in the front of the line now.
Oh, wow.
And everybody else just gets pushed, and it's just the lead times are brutal.
Sounds like the Defense Authorization Act.
Sounds like that's probably exactly what it's called.
Yeah. Sounds like wartime.
I just talked to a policyholder of mine that does that. That does
Yeah.
the storefront windows with the metal and the glass and everything.
Okay, it's actually 7:01. Dylan, are you ready? You can call a meeting to
Yep.
order. This is the Lowell Conservation Commission meeting of Wednesday, March 10th, 2021. We have a agenda here that starts with new business, a request for determination of applicability sent in by Anita Chumlarski for the Woodland Park Townhouse Condominium Trust. This project location is 20 Woodland Drive and 78 to 124 Swan Street. which is all a condominium complex. And their request is for tree trimming and perhaps removal within a 100-foot buffer to the wetlands. So we did get a map of sorts here, and some of us are familiar with this project because they had some requests some time ago for, well, tree removal when they were redoing their parking areas, if you recall that, Bill, perhaps. So there seem to be various areas that are involved here. Let's see who's representing. Anita, you're here.
Yes,
Can you
ma'am.
tell us a little bit about your project?
Yes, and I also have Stacy here, who is the Board of Trustees. She's the president of the board. If she needs to weigh in, she can do that. So basically, I had sent pictures along with the application, and we have a lot of mostly scrub trees, like 40 and 50-foot tall scrub trees that you can see in the pictures. And we have branches that are leaning over the roadway. Some of these actual trees are leaning over the roadway. And the arborist suggests pushing that tree line back about 10 feet. We probably have total in the whole proposal, maybe like 3 larger trees that might be at risk to fall. One along the roadway on 20 Woodland, 2 along the roadway on 20 Woodland, and then 1 off on Swan Street. But most of this is really just limbing up what's behind, behind the fence, behind the units, limbing up what's on the roadway and pushing back some of the scrub trees.
So this would be similar to what the power company does to get things up and away from the wires, is that?
Yeah, I think that's what his intention was. I mean, this is not a community that likes taking trees down. That's the beauty of it, because there are a lot of trees. But these are really creating a problem there with dropping branches, and it's a little bit dangerous, especially on Woodland Drive.
What kind of trees are they particularly, do you know?
I know there's a couple of oaks in there. I'm not an arborist, so I really couldn't say for sure.
They're definitely deciduous, though, from the looks in the picture.
Yeah. I know one of the larger ones is an oak tree. Looks like an oak tree.
How many of them are actually slated for complete removal?
Right now, about just 3. Actually, I talked to him today. 3 at the most. And he only will suggest it if it's really at risk or not healthy. This is not something, we've kept them on watch. It's something he looks at every year. And like I said, this is not a community that likes removing trees. We'll only do it if we absolutely have to with those 3 trees.
Right. Well, they're very close to your buildings, and
Yeah.
looking again, probably that project, half of those buildings probably wouldn't be built today because they're so close to the
Yeah.
wetland, and we've changed our view on that. So anyone questions for the proponents?
And the ones behind the units, just to be clear, we're not going to be taking anything out there. I know his proposal said that he was taking them out, but I spoke with him today and there really isn't anything there that's going to be removed. We're just going to take it to the fence line, go straight up and just limb up those branches. So nothing will be removed totally behind the units except for the branches, but no trees.
And these remains are going to be taken off the property, are they?
Yes.
Not chipped in place?
No, he brings a chipper on, he takes everything out.
Okay, so he'll take that away and not leave it on the property.
Absolutely.
Unless, we went through there tree for tree. If you have an arborist, I tend to trust their opinion on as far as the health of certain trees.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that it is a hazard for people if there are dead limbs hanging over walking and parking areas. So,
Right.
I know you've been careful in the past. We had another proposal by you. I can't remember how long ago, but It was when you were repaving, I believe, certain
Mhm.
parking lots. So we did stress that we wanted, trees saved if they could be saved. And I think I'd like to stress that again.
Right, absolutely. And as I said, that is how they've approached it. That's why they use an arborist who owns a tree company rather than just a tree company, so he can come in and assess every tree.
Okay. Questions from the board, anyone?
Yeah, I mean, looking at these photos, I would have guessed the number was going to be way larger than 3. I have no problem with this proposal and the aspect of public safety.
Well, the larger trees, there'll be 3, but some of these scrubs, so just to be clear, the larger trees that are at risk, like the bigger oaks, there's maybe about 3 of those. But the proposal, if you look at his proposal, is to take that tree line back and get rid of some of these, what he calls scrub brush or scrub trees that are hanging over. So it wouldn't be just 3, it would be limbing up, removing anything that's hanging over.
I understand.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the photo, the photos that we got were scanned copies of black and whites, and it was hard to see exactly the extent, but I don't think this is anything worth hemming and hawing over. Totally fine with what you've proposed.
Great.
I agree. I just I just went on Google Maps and looked at the street view and the photos, because like Brad, I mean, I just saw the black and white pictures that was submitted, but I think this is a kind of a de minimis project. I have no problem with it either.
Great.
Anyone from the public want to comment? So do we have a motion on this particular RDA?
I make a motion to grant a -3 determination.
I'll second it.
Motion made and seconded. Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion passes. And when will this work be accomplished?
Well, as soon as he can schedule it, I know he's been backed up quite a bit. I would say probably within the next 3 months.
Okay. All right. You have less to get rid of if you do it before the leaves come out, I guess.
Yes, I think that would be great. Okay, thank you very much, everybody.
All right. Thanks for
Good
coming.
night.
Thank you.
Good night. All right, next we have on our agenda, we have an order of conditions extension request by the Kennedy Waterfront Trust. The address is 1 and 5 to 7 East Merrimack Street. This is DEP file number 2060768. This is an ongoing order of conditions that we approved originally probably 3 years or more ago. Is that the same? Okay, that's the same order of conditions right through. It's for redevelopment of this property into a mixed-use development partially located within the riverfront area of the Concord River. Mr. Daly.
Yes, how are you? Long time no see.
Yes, yep. Well,
Who would have thought we would have been meeting like this a couple years ago?
right. It's been a couple of years, right? 3 years?
Yes, exactly. So obviously this is an ongoing project. We really got our feet under the ground last year, probably just around this time. And then, as you know, we've all heard it, COVID hit, and we had a investor back out in the project. So we're back to square one. In the meantime, though, we've made some progress on an abutting parcel that we'll speak more to hopefully once the deal is consummated. We're working with the city right now on some parking negotiations, which are moving right along. So at this point, we would ask the board to ask for an extension of the current project as proposed, and that we would probably be coming back before the board, I would hopefully say in the next couple of months, to propose a slightly revised plan, same concept, same everything, but slightly revised footprint. I think a better footprint, but again, we'll present that at the time, but this time we're just looking for an extension.
Okay, how long an extension do you think you'll be needing?
At this time, I just asked for a 2-year extension.
Okay. All right, and you don't have a start date yet, I presume.
No, we're not gonna do anything because of the recent news that we've been working with in a butter. So until that happens and we work some things out with the city, which is again ongoing and moving in a good direction, we don't have a time frame, and we're not looking to start anything at this point.
Okay, so you do need to extend before it expires, and
Correct.
that's so we don't need to discuss then your altered footprint or your acquisition of more area or anything of that tonight.
No, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
Different time.
Anyone have questions?
Just a comment. I remember this project. It was a really good redevelopment project, and I think there was a lot of coordination and partnership. I think with the Concord River Greenway nearby, and this is the parcel that's right near Middlesex Community College, correct?
Correct. Yep.
And yeah, I know you changed the footprint, from the original presentation 3 years ago, but I still think it's a great project, and I think it's a perfectly reasonable request to ask for an extension in light of conditions. I hope
Thank
it
you.
worked out for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Now that all that will remain, that all the original intent of the project will, the Greenway. Actually, we got some really good positive stuff we're doing on this. Hopefully in the next, I'd say in the next 30 to 60 days to present to you guys that is really good. So we're excited.
Yeah, that's a great asset for your project as well, once it's built. Just have a
Absolutely.
greenway there. So do we have a motion on this particular request?
Sure. I'll offer a motion to extend the current order of conditions for a period of 2 years at the request of the applicant.
Okay, motion made, seconded by
I'll second that.
Perry.
Thank you.
I think it was Perry, Weston as well. And is there any further discussion? If not, we'll have a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous. And thank you very much, Mr. Daly, and good
Great.
luck with tying up the loose ends.
Great. Thank you so much. Have a good night. We'll see you soon. All
Take
Thank
care.
you.
right. Bye now.
Okay, next we have a request for a minor modification represented by Matthew Waterman from Land Tech Consultants. The DEP file number is 0260791, and the project location is 141 Cashin Street. This is a single-family home that I believe it's under construction now, and they had a couple of dry wells that they want to discuss tonight. Mr. Waterman, can you explain what's going on here with this?
Yep, thank you for the introduction. Matt Waterman with Land Tech for the record. We're here to amend the order of conditions. We've submitted it as an insignificant plan change or a minor amendment. There's just a handful of things that have changed on the plan. It did start construction last fall. It's well underway. It's framed, and I know they're doing some of the inside work, the utilities, and installing heating and everything on the interior. But the footprint changed. The biggest probably item is the footprint changed from what was shown on the plan. It actually got a little bit smaller, and it was pulled closer to Cashin Street, further away from the wetland area, which is off to the left and to the back on our plan. The deck was shown being behind the property, and it was moved to the side of the building. Again, both of these changes pushed the deck further away from the wetlands, where it was proposed at 54, 52 feet for the house and deck. Now we're going to be 62, 57. So it's an increase to offset to the wetlands. And then other kind of technical issues is we've had issues getting connected to the natural gas. So we're going to be installing propane gas. And when we laid out the propane gas and working with the propane company, they picked a spot, and it conflicted with our roof drain dry wells. So we redesigned the dry wells. They're the exact same size as before. We just put them in the backyard where the other one was proposed, and put them together so that It's just kind of one area versus having two separate areas. Otherwise, there's no changes. I don't know if anyone's been out there, but everything's been progressing in accordance with the order of conditions. Be happy to answer any questions.
Okay, are there any questions from the board? I actually like the new plan better than the old plan, and I think it makes sense to put the dry wells together. As long as you can get the water to flow that way.
Yeah, it's going to be guttered and piped to the dry wells.
Okay, I'm surprised to see that actually didn't know if propane was allowed in Lowell. I don't know anyone that uses propane, so.
I know it's making a comeback. Just I don't know if everyone remembers, but there was a strike with the National Gas, a year ago before the pandemic, even, and it really backed them up. And it's just been, we're still feeling the effects of it, a year after they've been back. Just not even having anything to do with COVID.
So it's just a timing thing rather than a preference for the propane.
It is, they're out, and I don't know the specifics for this one exactly, but I just know working in the field in general, I hear 6 months, a year plus just to get on their list. They unfortunately have a limited schedule like everyone, and they fill up, and once they're full for the year, that's it. They push you to the following year.
So the line doesn't actually go by that location?
It does. There is natural gas on Cashin Street.
Oh, really? Okay, well, I don't have any, I don't find any fault with the proposal for a modification. If there's no further questions, we could entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve a minor modification for this as presented.
Motion made by Brad, second by Weston.
Second that.
If there's no further discussion, we are approving the modification and the plan that you submitted with it, I presume, with the modifications noted on there.
Correct.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, unanimous again. Thank you for coming in, Mr. Waterman, and the office, I'm sure, will get that paperwork out to you shortly.
Thank you, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you, if nothing else, for the certificate of compliance.
All right, thank you. Good luck.
Yep,
Thank you.
Okay, we're now at that happy time. Oh no, I see I see a very other business of a granting signatory authority to Francesca Sigliano. That sounds very official. I believe under all of this, we've been operating with having somebody, I'm not really sure who's been signing all of our documents. We used to spend a considerable amount of time doing that. So
I believe Eric Flagel has been.
Oh, yes. Tell us about this, Jessica. What's going on?
Yeah, so Fran she's stuck in another meeting, so she apologizes. She's not here at the moment, but I believe Eric has been the one signing off on things during this time.
I vaguely remember granting him signatory.
I kind of
previously.
remember that vote.
So is this in addition to Eric, or is this she will take over?
I believe it's so that Fran can take over now that she's the senior planner.
Oh, great. Okay, that'll make her even busier. Is it busier enough?
I got a question. I'm just curious, because I've been doing that for the last year now, but we've been doing it digital signatures, electronic. I'm just curious, what's the city been doing? Are you still doing it the old fashioned way, hand signature on the forms?
Yes.
So
Eric,
no PDF with electronic signature, huh?
No, I mean, I guess that's something we could certainly talk about implementing if it would make things more convenient. Eric's been in the office every day, so he's just been kind of continuing with how things have always been done. But
Bill's used to the big city stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we don't get
Hopefully
that around
not
here,
getting
buddy.
writer's
Federal
cramp.
government money.
Wouldn't it make sense to have, to keep Eric in the background in case of emergency, rather than just completely switch it all to one person? I would think a backup would make
Oh,
sense.
yeah, I don't think we would be removing his signatory authority. We would just be
Yeah.
adding Fran, and she would be the primary person doing it.
Oh, so that's what we are doing, is putting a second person on.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, great. I think that's a great idea. Do we have to have a motion for this, or is this just informational?
Just in case, I'll make a motion to grant signatory authority to
Thank
Francesca
you so much.
Sigliano.
Okay, motion made by Brad to agree with granting
I'll
Fran
second it.
authority, seconded by Bill. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, passes unanimously. Thank you.
I'm almost positive we had the motion on it last time, so.
Yes.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, so we're now to that happy time where we approve minutes, and we have a happy person here that we're lucky to have read through all these minutes, and we have 3 sets of them: January 13th, January 27th, and February 10th. The last thing you sent out, Bill, I couldn't open. It was a dot something. It wasn't a dot.
Dot pages.
It was a pages. I don't know.
Well, that's because I'm doing it on my Apple computer.
Yeah, it's the Apple version of the
Does
Microsoft
anyone else
Word.
have to read them when I make those edits? Are you able to see them?
Yeah, I mean, I had to download the thing to read it.
Yeah, I couldn't open it at all, and I do have an Apple computer, so I wasn't sure.
Hmm.
You haven't done that before, I don't think. as far
No,
as-
it's always been on Pages, but
Has it?
yeah, that's weird.
All
I could, what if for future reference, I could probably convert to PDF and send it out that way. But
Oh,
you know,
that-
I leave it in as like a red line strikeout so people can see the change I make.
Oh, I see what it is. Okay. Maybe I just need to activate pages or something.
Anyways, obviously I have no more comments. I'm done with them.
Okay.
I think you did a great job, Bill.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we're
look
really
good.
lucky to have you read through those, Bill, because, you know, it's a,
Takes a village.
yeah, it's a
Village.
tough job. And luckily, Bill is at most of the meetings, so he knows which
Yeah.
things to correct.
I'd make a motion to approve all 3 sets of minutes in front of us, January 13th, January 27th, and February 10th.
A motion made by Brad, seconded by Weston.
A second.
And any more further discussion? All those in favor of approving the minutes as edited by Bill?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, that's unanimous as well.
And we're all caught up.
Yay, good work.
All
First
right.
time this year. It only took 3
First
months.
time in a while, I feel like.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2021 is off to a good start. Caught up.
Before we adjourn, I'm planning a community trash cleanup, a spring cleaning at the end of the connector on Saturday morning from 9 to noon. I'll be positioned in the African Market at 588 Gorham Street. And there is a Facebook event. You can find it on my Facebook page, or contact me through the city. They know how to find me.
What
Come
is-
out on everybody. We're gonna be cleaning as far and wide as we can in 3 hours. So just trying to get the entrance to the city cleaned up a little bit, and we're gonna be doing this every couple weeks until we can't find any more trash on the ground.
I was just gonna ask that, Brad, because I got a commitment that Saturday, but I wouldn't mind doing it again. I did something similar with the city years ago along the Merrimack River. And I mean, you know, we just have this big dumpster, you know, that we filled with trash along, you know, 2-mile stretch.
I hope to get to that point where we're routinely just given a dumpster so that we don't have to request that the DPW picks it up. But right now we're just making piles, and the DPW comes out the next Monday and scoops it for us.
That reminds me, I don't know if Jess or Dylan, I mean, it seems like we're running into the tent city problem again along certain stretches of the river. I mean, has the city been doing anything to kind of manage that?
Yes, I remember seeing something go out. There were some efforts to clean up some of those areas. I can find out more.
Yeah, it's particularly going towards Middlesex Plaza, you know, like that bridge past South Campus, UMass Lowell.
Oh, yeah.
little area there where it's, you know,
Smelled a nice campfire over there the other night.
yeah. You know, I'm empathetic to the situation people are in, particularly in light of COVID, but longer term, I mean, that's really bad for public health.
So, you know, I've been starting with these events to drum up a nice community network. But my end goal would be, you know, one of the goals would be to address with the city how to help the people that are living in these encampments maintain their areas better using some simple city resources, and also create a, you know, high hazard team of volunteers that are, you know, a little bit more trained and have the right PPE and everything, and be able to kind of go in and, you know, help to clean up these abandoned sites. It's really important that we don't just do a free for all, like is what happens a lot of times, and just throw everything away, because, you know, people might not be there at the given moment, but these are the last of their possessions.
Right.
You know, there's been a lot of instances where people, you know, in the groups that I work with, canal water cleaners, we're looked at poorly because we're compared to other groups that do have a tendency to you know, do a free for all clean, and it takes a little while to build the trust back. And you know, we're just volunteers trying to pick up trash. We don't want anybody to be afraid of us.
Yep.
So it's a work in progress, but it starts with everybody showing up. You know, I'll keep posting these, and we're gonna pick up more trash in the city than what we've ever picked up before, I think, this year.
Nice.
I'm excited. It's gonna be a good year.
Great.
I've
I'm going
been,
to donate a couple Saturdays.
Right on. I look forward to it. I got my my motto up here. Tomorrow there'll be more of us.
nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brad, for that information.
The only other thing I was going to say, the meeting, the second Wednesday of the month, I'm not going to be here. I'm actually going to Florida to visit my son in college. So, you know, and I believe it or not, on that Wednesday night, I actually have a conflict with a work public meeting for a project in another part of Massachusetts. So I will not be available Wednesday, the 24th.
Oh, that's the second meeting this month.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Have fun in Florida. Taste
Orlando.
of normal life for
Yeah.
a week or two.
New Orleans just announced that they're gonna start having concerts in bars again. I'm ready. Really ready.
I'm going there for a wedding in the fall, so hopefully
Awesome.
Yeah.
a little back to normal.
Well, hey, lights around the corner, right, guys?
Sure is.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
right.
Mardi Gras didn't happen this year.
Oh, yeah.
We're at the end of our known agenda. If there's nothing else, Dylan and Jessica, I guess we can entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Thank you, Perry. I thought we were going to have to stay here a while for a minute. Seconded by
Second.
Brad and Bill, and all those in favor. Good night,
Aye.
everybody, and
Louisa, you nailed it. It was 7:30 exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Good
Nice.
call.
I nailed it.
I figured it was a half hour.
That's experience right there.
Yeah.
Seasoned sage.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
everyone have a great night.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, guys. See you on Saturday.
Cool. Look
Right.
forward.
Right. Thank you. Bye.